Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. Even if we lose Huawei's orders, it will not affect our revenue. After the chip rules were revised, TSMC was banned by the United States from manufacturing for Huawei. At that time, foreign media and other parties generally speculated that TSMC would face huge losses. After all, Huawei, as TSMC's second-largest customer, once contributed more than 30 billion renminbi to its performance. However, what is unexpected is that TSMC, which has lost the support of Huawei's orders, has not only not fallen into operating difficulties, but has thrived. Apple, Qualcomm, AMD and other major manufacturers have increased their orders and given TSMC sufficient orders, especially in the high-processed chip market, where it has almost become the only one. Not only that, TSMC relies on its technical strength, and the foundry price has been rising year by year. Now it has issued a new notice. Starting from 2025, 3 nanometers, 5 nanometers, and other processes will increase prices again. In this way, when TSMC's chairman Liu Deng just lost the Huawei order, he said that there will be no impact. Is it really not a big talk? Since the shipments of Huawei mobile phones and other products declined due to TSMC's inability to supply, the vacant market was quickly divided up by Samsung, Apple and other manufacturers. Apple has achieved sales growth with its self-developed chips, and its foundry demand for TSMC has increased accordingly. Samsung, OV and other manufacturers mainly use Qualcomm chips. Due to power consumption problems in Samsung's 4 nanometers process, Qualcomm has also turned its orders to TSMC. Since 2021, TSMC has gradually raised the foundry price, especially for advanced processes below 7 nanometers, with a price increase of 5 to 10% several times within a year. Generally speaking, the foundry price of 5 nanometers wafers is about 100,000 piece, and 3 nanometers wafers is 140,000 a piece. Even if it only increases by 5%, it will bring considerable revenue. TSMC's approach has also attracted public opposition from American corporate giants, but in the end it was helpless, because in advanced processes, such as 5 nanometers and 3 nanometers, only TSMC in the world has mature technology and high production capacity. Although Samsung can also produce, either power consumption is a problem or the yield rate is insufficient. In other words, if chip giants want to obtain a stable and reliable chip supply, they can basically only choose TSMC. It is worth noting that Huawei previously restricted shipments due to senior US officials, and Apple and Qualcomm began to play rotten after losing their competitors, all wanting to reduce costs and obtain high profits. The iPhone 14 is a typical example. However, without technological updates and uneven quality, US companies were once labeled unreliable. Apple, Qualcomm and other factories have successively ushered in order cuts, and capital giants such as JP Morgan Chase and BlackRock have also left the market. It can be seen from this that although TSMC's revenue has risen temporarily, there are too many variables in US company orders, and it is difficult to guarantee future prospects. This inevitably reminds people of the People's Daily's warning in the past: give up all illusions about the outside world. Faced with a complex and changing international financial situation, China is determined to develop its own innovation path, not only in chips, new energy vehicles and other fields, but also in the life science sector, which has long been occupied by overseas technology high ground. China is also continuing to overcome difficulties. In 2013, Harvard achieved significant results in the intervention research of aging. The NAD+, predecessor of Lightweight Health, successfully restored the physical fitness and energy indicators of the test animals in the experiment. After the advent of this technology, it quickly attracted the attention of capital such as Bill Gates and Saudi Arabian Fund. At the same time, it was secretly operated by American and Japanese manufacturers. Not only did they monopolize the key extraction technology, but they also offered a high price of $20,000 to $30,000 per gram to China, making it difficult for Lightweight Health and other slow-aging results to reach hundreds of millions of people in China. Until 2018, domestic companies represented by Right Life developed the whole enzyme process and landed the iterative people-friendly version of Lightweight Health on platforms such as Entiant. Looking at the backstage comment area, positive comments such as "full of energy" and "vigorous" can be seen frequently. In the future, it is expected to contribute important forces to the improvement of the health and quality of life of more Chinese people. In contrast, TSMC now has two options: either use its own technological advantages to fight hard to the end, provided that it can always maintain this confidence. The other is to choose to return to the domestic market. After all, the powerful motherland is enough for it to resist the pressure from the US top leaders. From the recent expansion of Nanjing's 28 nanometers production capacity, it is not difficult to see that TSMC is intending to do so. In this way, the development and changes of TSMC after losing Huawei's orders are only a small aspect of the technology field. The competition between China and the United States in technology is a long-term game, and vigilance cannot be relaxed at any time. Although TSMC has taken the initiative in the market with its advantages in chip manufacturing technology, China is already aware of the various restrictions and suppression intentions of the US top leaders on Chinese companies. In the future, it will continue to increase R&D investment, persist in developing innovation, and firmly grasp the right to self-develop technology and pricing.